What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and to episode 8 of reviewing your trophy list with you. It's been a very long time since we've done one of these. I know we've done Wilco's part 2 not so long ago, but yeah, it's been quite a while since we've done someone's list from the beginning, so I'm very excited. Of course, it's with the mighty James. We absolutely had to do it while he was here. I can't wait to rinse him. Let's do this. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We've got James with us. If you've seen the previous video, you'll know he's here visiting. He didn't get involved too much on the last one because we were talking about the World Cup, but we can really get you involved this time, can't we?
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, he's been looking forward to this for quite some time because he knows that, well, he thinks I'm going to go really hard on him, but we'll see. I'll try and be as kind as I possibly can. Pops. One night stand. Anyway,
Right, here we go.
Before we get to the list, though, like we always do with our guests when they come on the first time, we go through the questions so you can get to know James a little bit better, understand his experience as a gamer, what got him into it, what are some of his favourite things, that kind of good stuff. So the phone's out, we've got the questions back. Are you ready,
No.
James? You're not. He's not prepared for this in the slightest. No, you'll be absolutely fine, buddy. You'll be
far
fine.
Away.
So, do you remember what got you into gaming?
Yes, when family friend came over, he brought around a Sega Mega Drive. And
Mega
the
Drive.
few games he brought around was Sonic, Golden Axe, and Streets of Rage 2.
What a selection!
I know.
I used to love Golden
I know.
Axe. The little the elf guy with the axe.
Yeah.
He was unbelievable. But yeah, I used to love Golden Axe. Streets of Rage,
I
obviously.
started out on Sonic, and yeah, that's what made me fall in love with
Started from
gaming.
there. Okay, and did you break off at all? Or have you just been playing since?
Just been playing since.
Yeah.
So I've done Sega, PS1, PS2, PS3, Xbox 360.
Oh, we'll bleep
Team
that bit.
Green,
We'll
Team
bleep that
Green.
out.
Cut that. No,
Cut.
PS4, then obviously PS5. So
Okie dokie. What was your first console? I think you might have just answered it there. Was like Mega Drive the first one, or?
yeah, it was the Mega Drive. Then obviously I got a PS1. So
Yeah. Sounds good. Not a bad way to start. I mean, I did have a few hand-me-downs. Being a couple of years older than you, I was just before the Mega Drive had came out. So I had like Commodore 64 and things that were handed down from like grandparents
before
and
my time.
Atari and stuff. And then obviously I jumped straight. That was like, I think, my first official console that was mine kind of thing. But yeah, Mega Drive, what a way to start. What got you into trophies? What started the bug?
Well, I was collecting trophies, but when I was obviously playing on Xbox.
Yeah.
And then near the end of the PS4 cycle, I decided to jump ship and actually start trophy hunting.
Okay.
So, yep.
Favourite game of all time? Is it a tough one? Can see the cogs turning.
Yeah, the whole internet, you know.
You do.
Simpsons Hit and Run.
Simpsons Hit and Run. I mean, absolute legendary game, isn't it? And we definitely need a remake for it. But
craving for it.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah, no, Simpsons. With all the games that have been out, yeah.
What about something that's been of recent time then? What's like a standout from, say, I don't know, like the last 10 years maybe?
Last of Us.
Yeah. I think it might have been just before, but I'll let you off.
Well, I didn't
Wasn't
know
it 2012 or something? You forget sometimes how, is it about 2012 on PS3? But yeah, I will give you that one. Last of Us is unbelievable.
Nice to hear.
Favourite game series of all time? Uncharted. Good choice. Solid choice. I like that. It's definitely up there for me. Top 3, I think. But yeah, great solid shout. Favourite TV series?
I'm not really big on TV and movies, but I'd say, it's either Ted Lasso or Squid Game.
Ted Lasso or Squid Game. Different answers though. We've not had them before.
Squid Game.
Okay, I did really enjoy it. To be fair, it was good fun. They're doing a season 2, aren't they, as
Yeah, I
well?
know,
So
can't
it should be pretty good. And I know you did say you're not really TV series or a movie man, but the next question is favourite movie.
wait. Well, yeah, I say I'm not into movies, but I can answer this quite quickly. Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead. It is a banger of a film, though, isn't it?
Absolute classic.
Yeah, I do enjoy. It's Edgar Wright, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I do enjoy Edgar Wright stuff. Really good. Okay, favourite video game character of all time? Who are we thinking? Does Drake get a shout? Would that be your favourite series or?
Drake, Astrobot. Oh, it's so many. Do I have to say Aloy so I can stay in the flats? Or...
So you don't get rinsed in the review. Yeah, his answer's Aloy.
Nathan Drake.
Nathan Drake, yeah, solid shout. Favourite developer? We talked a little bit about this, didn't we, yesterday?
Yeah, we did.
You've mentioned
I
who
would
was
have
been
said
smashing it.
I would have said Naughty Dog, but part 2. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'll go with Insomniac because they're literally carrying PlayStation at the moment.
Insomniac are absolutely smashing it. 'Cause that's what you said yesterday, and you
They're
certainly
working on a 3rd project.
of recent
So
times.
hopefully it's another Ratchet and Clank, but we'll wait and see.
Yeah, no, very, very excited for what Insomniac have got in store because they're literally, it's just one amazing game after another. They're not missing the mark at all, are they? If you could have any superpower, fly. Yeah, I mean, it's a solid
Just like
choice.
that, take public transport.
Yeah, just to avoid people. Let's fly. Yeah, absolutely. Favourite drink? So we've generally moved this around a bit, so we'll look for a non-alcoholic and an alcoholic.
Coke Zero, which I'm drinking now, because obviously all the drinking we've been doing this past few days.
Yeah, we have no livers left.
Yeah, we're pretty screwed. And alcohol, obviously
Corona.
the beer, not the virus.
Yeah, no, nobody wants that. Favourite meal? Is it now the Parmo, James? Is it the Parmo? So, he's finally had one. He's finally had one. We've had 3 of them already.
And we're going for one later.
And we're going for the best, what I consider to be the best one. So it's something that's come up a couple of times for those of you who've watched all the videos. I've mentioned Parmos a little bit, a northeast delicacy, or more a teesside thing, should I say. Up until, I say when we originally organised all of this, me and Becky have been getting them and then taking pictures and teasing James with them, and he's been gagging to get up here so you can try one.
So let's talk about these Parmos. Let me try one.
So tell the people how nice they are.
They are pretty good. They are really good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, unbelievable. So we had one from a restaurant the first night, didn't we?
It was Amy's birthday.
Yeah, which was solid. And then we had a takeaway one, just to kind of mix it up, see the difference. And then yesterday's wasn't planned, but we
had a bit too much to drink. We thought, she's ordered a couple of Parmos.
Yeah, we need to cook. So, but this time we got Donamite on it, and it was just.
It was the second night we ordered Donamite, but obviously they didn't. Yeah.
So it was a takeaway one again, but from a different place. And then the one we're going to today, it's a restaurant, but it's just so good, and I can't wait for you to try it. But favourite meal, is it a Parmo or is it something else, like a Christmas dinner or full English? Something.
Excluding Parmos, I won't include them. Say a roast dinner. Can't beat a roast dinner.
A roast dinner
on a Sunday.
Yeah, solid choice. See, mine are quite boring. Some a veggie dodger.
Becky's told me that you're.
So I just literally have Yorkshire puddings, mash, gravy,
no
and just as much meat. The way I look at it though is get rid of all the rubbish, and I can get more Yorkshire puddings and chicken on my plate. So it's a win for me. Okay, favourite Telltale game? Walking Dead. Quick with that, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Great game. Hardest game you've ever played?
I'm not the greatest gamer.
It doesn't necessarily have to be one that's on your list. It could be something that you've maybe tried on someone else's account, or even something before trophies were a thing.
I wouldn't say hardest game, but hardest trophy would be...
You could tell me both if you want.
Yakuza Like a Dragon, because I remember Aaron just sending me memes.
Okay.
Of you're not going to get the platinum, and that kind of drove me on to.
sort of spurred you on to get it done.
Just the very last trophy.
That
Rob's going to know about it. So.
That might be why he done it, you know, just that whole kind of reverse psychology situation.
Cheers, Aaron.
Most anticipated game? What's on the horizon that you can't wait to play?
Spider-Man 2.
Would you say that was the one, or would you maybe Death
more,
Stranding 2?
Yes, Death Stranding. I'm more interested in Assassin's Creed Mirage.
Okay.
Just because it's going back to its roots, which, for me, that's what Assassin's Creed's all about. None of this Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla stuff.
I do like, I've said it on many reviews now, I do like where they've gone with it, and they keep reinventing themselves, but yeah, I do miss the old school stuff, and certainly the Ezio story was unbelievable. But yeah, so would you say Mirage out of those?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting choice.
They're the obvious ones, you know.
Yeah. What game deserves a sequel?
Bully 2.
A Bully 2. Solid. Love that. What game should be remade?
Simpsons Hit and Run.
I've
been waiting. I need it.
I didn't even finish the question. Simpsons Hit and Run. Okay. Who was your starter Pokemon?
Oh, God.
Do you even know who they are? You're a fan?
Oh, yeah, I love the first gen.
Okay.
First gen.
Because it's something we've never really talked about. I didn't know if it was...
No, I remember having like Game Boy Advance.
Okay.
And all that. But
Nice.
after the first gen, second gen, I just went off.
Yeah.
Charmander?
Yeah. Solid.
Yeah.
That would be mine also, so I respect it. Does pineapple belong on pizza, James?
No.
Yes! Give me a fist bump. La 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 la. It absolutely does not belong on pizza.
Not.
And if you're putting it on pizza, what are you doing? Right, so these ones are more of a don't think about it too much. As soon as I say it, one or the other, yeah.
Okay.
Mario or Sonic?
Mario.
Nathan Drake or Lara Croft?
Nathan Drake.
Uncharted or Tomb Raider?
Uncharted.
Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Team Cap or Team Iron Man?
Team Cap.
Yes! Batman or Superman?
Batman.
Star Wars or Star Trek?
Is there a neither option? No. Star Wars.
If you had to pick one. Easy game or hard game?
Easy.
Open world or linear story?
Oh, linear.
Would you rather be able to wield Mjolnir or have adamantium claws?
Adamantium claws.
Single player or multiplayer?
Single player.
Spider-Man games or the Batman games?
Spider-Man.
Far Cry or Assassin's Creed?
Assassin's Creed to a certain extent.
The Last of Us or Uncharted?
Go Last of Us, but just the first one.
Yeah. Tekken or Mortal Kombat?
Oh, Tekken.
Crash Bandicoot or Spyro?
Spyro.
Grand Theft Auto or Red Dead Redemption?
Grand Theft Auto.
San Andreas or Vice City?
San Andreas.
Dragon Age or Mass Effect?
Mass Effect.
Have you played either of them?
No, I haven't. But
if you had to pick one,
yeah, no, I'm just trying to think.
Which
what
one?
would I? Yeah, Mass Effect.
That's fair. Call of Duty or Battlefield?
Call of Duty.
Alien or Predator?
Alien.
Okay. Is that just you prefer the movies, or you think the creature in general is better?
Obviously, I played Alien Isolation.
Oh, don't talk to me about Alien Isolation. Yeah, they're both very, very cool. I think it would be hard for me to pick, in all fairness. Ronaldo or Messi?
Messi.
We had a little chat about that, didn't we, the other night? And it's always going to be a question that goes on forever, I think, isn't it? And they've both got unbelievable traits.
Oh, of course I have. Yeah.
They're both better than each other at very many different things. I think I do agree that Messi's individually a better footballer, but there's just something about Ronaldo. There's a driving force there where I feel like if I had to rely on someone, I would rather have Ronaldo. I know Messi's now proven it. He's dragged them to that World Cup win that he was searching for. But when I was saying yesterday, I feel like if you put them both in a lower league club, League Two or something, I feel like Ronaldo would do better. He'd drag the team through, whereas I feel like Messi would get a bit lost. He'd still obviously do bits, wouldn't he? He'd take everyone on and score some wonder goals, but
That's your opinion.
But yeah, Ronaldo's he's just a special player, isn't he? But yeah, they're both unbelievable. Two of the best players, and probably never going to see anything like it again, or for a very long time anyway. So yeah, let's not waffle too much about football because we are here to talk about video games, and we're here to now rinse James's trophy list,
the rinsing begin.
which starts incredibly well. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah, Jeff's gonna love it.
I didn't want to have a good, full look at it. I never do. But I did open it up briefly, and I seen it auto pop, and then I was like, nope, turn it off. Don't want it. I'm only kidding, pal. But yeah, so that was the questions. Hopefully you had fun listening to those and maybe played along yourself. It's always good when you guys do that. But yeah, without further ado, let's have a look at James's list. So to James's list, everyone, and you got to know about me. Why not?
Huh?
You could have something in there, but like Flick had, come on you Gunners, something just to spice it up a little bit. I don't mind a bit of the Arsenal, so I would have been able to live with that. So we'll go through the stats as we normally would. I'll go through the games like you see generally in the list reviews, maybe ask a few questions about some of them, but also you just chip in. You know, if there's something that you want to talk about or an experience you had while you were playing some of the games, just fire away. So we've got 417 trophy level, 4,600 total trophies, pretty good. 120 platinums, which is real nice. 744 gold, 986 silver, and 2,750 bronze. So James has played 140 games, and you've completed 110 of them to 100%, giving you a 90.96% completion rate, which I think is pretty solid.
Yeah, no, I like to keep it over.
Is that something
85?
You do have put a little focus on it?
Yeah.
Where you can.
Keep it over 85. If I get up to 90 and above, that's a bonus.
It's a bonus.
So,
yeah, it's real solid, to be fair. Unearned trophies, 599. Really good. Is that something that you actively try to keep low? Do you not really?
Try to, but I'm not really that bothered.
You're not too bothered if.
I'm not spud.
So if there's like a game with a DLC, would you go out of your way to get it 100%, or do you sometimes?
If I enjoyed the game, I would, but if not,
you're not too bothered if it's like right, okay. 2.38 trophies per day, which is real nice. A good amount of views actually as well. 2,240. You are 72,972nd in the world and 9,356 in the mighty UK. So again, I'm assuming you don't care too much about this. No one really does. Even people who once upon a time did. It's not something that's really looked at now, is it? Because of the easy stuff. So we'll just jump straight in. And
way to start.
You can see, you already know what I'm thinking, what I'm potentially going to say.
Jeffrey's triggered.
So
you walk off again like you did in the monthly.
My question, I'm not going to walk off. My question is, when you done this,
yes,
was the PS5 version available?
No.
It wasn't?
No, it wasn't, no.
Okay. That I can actually live with. I still wouldn't auto pop, but if the PS5 version wasn't there, then that's absolutely fine.
They did a later patch.
Yeah, so that's acceptable in my book. Go back and it's up to you. Like I say, I wouldn't do it personally, but it's an extra platinum. You've done the work. It's you've probably heard me say a million times. It's when both versions are available.
Yeah, no, I completely understand.
People do the PS4 and play an inferior copy to get the free platinum. But if it comes later, then that's fair play. Great game.
Amazing.
I haven't done Requiem yet, but without any spoilers, what's your thoughts?
Really good.
Is it
really, really good? I mean, it released with a 30 FPS patch, and then obviously because I prefer performance.
He's a bit of an FPS
horse. And then as soon as I got the platinum, they released a 60 FPS patch.
Did they?
It's like typical.
Which is better if you had to pick one? So I can kind of get in my mind whether
the first one.
You think the first one's better?
Yeah. So I remember playing a demo of A Plague Tale Innocence, and as soon as I finished it, I bought it straight away. Fell in love with it. It was great.
I loved it. My only criticism of the game is I felt it wasn't built for combat, and some of the sections were quite frustrating with the sling.
Essential, yeah.
Specifically, I forget which chapter it is. I won't say too much for those of you who haven't played it, but you are some guys pushing a cart anywhere through like a street while these archers are shooting at you. Yeah, you've got to kind of walk along with the car as cover whilst killing people coming towards you, but they're going down some steps
Yeah.
and up some steps, and I don't know, just for me personally, the sling just wasn't locking
No.
onto them, and it was a little bit frustrating in places. So I was kind of, I mean, did they refine the combat a lot? Is it different?
Yeah, it's a lot different.
Is it?
In the sequel?
Okay, looking forward to it. Away Out, solid game.
Best co-op game I've ever played.
You've done that 3 hours 59 minutes. What have you done there? You've been a fraud again.
No, I've been a fraud. No, I played. Yeah, there's the fraud joke straight away, straight off the bat. No, just played it normal.
I thought it was about 10 hours.
No.
I don't trust you, James
sus.
Rabin. A Winter's Daydream,
Yeah.
I've done. Access Denied, I've done. Nice, easy ones.
Lockdown Platinums.
Yeah, we've all done them, haven't we? Well,
Yes.
not everyone, but yeah, most of us have done them. Astro Bot Rescue Mission.
Adored. Absolutely adored.
Yeah.
So I remember when me and Amy went to MCM Comic Con, there was a PlayStation booth with VR, so I thought I'll give it a go. And the demo they had was Blood and Truth.
Oh, okay.
So I played it, fell in love with it, and then just ordered one straight away.
Yeah.
It was,
Oh,
amazing.
very nice, very nice. And Astro's Playroom, are you a big fan as well?
Love Astro.
I know I talk about it a lot, but
It's pretty much one of the best PS5 games.
it's so good, isn't it?
It's,
And it was amazing because, I mean, let's face it, you know, we're trophy halls. Once we've got platinums, we don't generally go back to games. So I was thinking, I'm never going to see this again. So it was an absolute joy just sitting and watching Becky play it recently. And I was just, you know, taking it all in for a second
Amy
time.
played it as well when she got the platinum.
Yeah, I
so-
forget how amazing it was. And just that room with all the PlayStation memorabilia and things, it's just
Nostalgia.
awesome. Yeah, absolutely
If that was
nostalgia.
full price, I'd pay for it.
Yeah, I'd pay 50 quid for it quite easily. It's so good. I respect this, Beyond Two Souls. It was an alright game. I mean, I
Yeah,
like the
just-
Quantic Dream stuff.
Yeah.
It's just
like
a
I said,
lot of
like I said in
playthroughs.
the monthly, it's the weakest one.
The weakest
out
one.
of the 3.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I still don't have the platinums for like Beyond and Heavy Rain, Detroit just yet because the sheer number of playthroughs and not being able to skip cinematics is just a bit frustrating.
Yeah, that does annoy me.
But I would agree it's definitely the weakest one. But yeah, decent game.
Yep.
Yeah, I've done Bird Game Plus.
Yes.
It was horrible. I bought it because it was an easy platinum.
Yes.
It was on a list of easy games at the time. I seen the rarity. I seen how long it takes. I was like, yeah, I'm doing it. But it was actually quite frustrating. I thought the controls for the bird was just a bit and I kept hitting stuff and it wasn't great. Blind Men, a bit like A Winter's Daydream. It's just a case of skipping the text, isn't it?
Just
And
hold R1, skip to the end, you got your platinum.
yeah, very easy, very very easy. Easier than jumping games, but these don't get rinsed as much.
No, they
'Cause
don't.
You actually
It's just,
less button presses, isn't there? Really, to
yeah.
get the platinum on this. Blood and Truth, you briefly spoke
Yeah,
about.
amazing.
So because we've had a run of platinums here. This is the first one
Yeah.
that you haven't done. So what's going on there then?
I just stopped playing VR because it took ages to set up, and I just couldn't be bothered.
Everyone I've spoke to has said, because I keep saying I'm going to get
so
one,
many wires,
and that tends to be the first thing a lot of people
it's
say.
So many wires, it's untrue.
So what goes where, and when you say so many wires?
There's, I think, like 2 HDMI ports. Then there's like a little box. You've got to put the wires in, then into the TV, then into your PS4, and it's just a nightmare.
Is it?
So by the time you set up, you're like, I can't bother to play this.
Yeah, but you've had enough. Bouncy Bullets I've done. There was a second one.
No.
You might as well. You've
No,
done the
no,
first one. Get
no,
the series
no,
on
no,
there.
no.
I think they're quite fun. It is an easy platinum. As we can see, 1 out of 10. You know, you can do it it says an hour. James has done it in 34 minutes. But there's actually a bit of fun involved with it. It's not as simple as some of the sweaty games. You know, there's a bit of fun to be had anyway. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, very nice. I've just got this with Becky's PlayStation, so I can't wait to play it. Do you still have it?
I actually game shared it on Aaron's old account.
Oh,
which
okay.
We all, well, don't know if everyone knows, but yes, something happened to his account.
Ah, okay.
The 300 platinums.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That was very bizarre. But yeah, I can't wait to play this because, I mean, for all of COD's problems and the online not being for me anymore, the campaigns are always pretty solid. I do enjoy going through them. So yeah, I'm looking forward to jumping in. World War II.
Yeah, that was free on PS Plus, and I felt like playing Call of Duty at the time. So
Is this story completed then? These 24 trophies? Do you...
I think So
Shall we have a quick look? Might as well jump into a couple of games as we go along. So it's not the biggest list in the world.
honestly, I cannot remember.
I don't know if it really,
Um,
because is there a trophy for just completing the story? I don't know. I mean, look, it looks like you've got complete the
there
campaign.
we go.
Yeah, so you did the story. There's just a few other bits, and then of course, as we know, the zombies trophies.
Yeah, not a fan of zombies.
See, I do really like zombies. I just think they've overcomplicated it a little bit. I was playing it from the beginning when World at War first came out, and you were playing on Nacht der Untoten, that first map in the little broken down house, and I just loved how simple it was. It was just a case of you've got the box there that doesn't move. Board the windows up when the zombies aren't there, stop them getting in, survive as long as you can. And even the few maps after that, I absolutely loved Verrucht. It's probably one of my favourites. And then Der Riser, however it's pronounced. Even that was probably about as far as they should have taken it. But now the Easter eggs, which I could never do, but I've seen how complicated they are because of a few people carrying me on some of the recent ones. I'm like, what is going on here? Like, it's so complicated. But yeah, I'm not a goat like everyone else. So, but yeah, going back to COD in general, I'm looking forward to MW2. There's one or two others. I might play Cold War because that was free recently,
Yes,
wasn't
that
it?
was, yes.
Might give that a little dabble.
I've heard that,
But yeah, this is quite a good one. Could maybe go back at some point. Clash Force, another nice easy one.
so, yeah, it's just
I have that on my list.
Mm-hmm.
Concrete Genie, 100%.
100%.
Why do you have to do this to me, James? Are you going to sign in as me at home and get me them 3 trophies?
Oh, I sold the feet off.
Oh, you did, didn't you? Right, okay.
Yeah.
God damn you, I thought I was in there. Crime Boss, Rocky City. This is what you mentioned
Yeah.
that we could play, didn't you?
It's similar to like Payday.
Yeah.
So it's 4-player co-op, and yeah, I just need to get back on it. It was quite fun.
It's something we'll maybe have a look at because
Mm.
we'll talk about it. Me and Becky will talk about it a bit on the monthly. We did touch on it last month about me, James, Amy and Becky all playing Sackboy at the moment, which we're having a lot of fun with.
That's very fun.
So once Sackboy's done, we could maybe move on to something like this. Try and get the girls out of their comfort zone a little,
especially
you know,
me, yeah.
try and get them playing something a little different because, all these new mechanics, it'll improve them as gamers, which I do think are transferable to other games. And before you know it, you're really good at everything. Days Gone.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
Wish they got a sequel.
I'm the same. I thought
Yeah.
it was banging. I really, really enjoyed it.
I loved the bike, and you had to refill it with petrol.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a great little mechanic.
That's it. And obviously the hordes and things were really intense at times. In the sawmill, I remember getting to the sawmill for the first time and just seeing the sheer number of zombies. I was just like,
Absolutely insane.
how am I taking all these down? Dead Island 2.
Great fun. Loved it. I've been craving for a co-op game, which I thought Dying Light 2 was going to be, but it was just buggy and not fun.
Yeah.
Then when this came out, just fell in love with it. It was great.
I did briefly mention the first one earlier because I need to go back to it. I mean, do you think we could maybe look at that as an option?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
The first Dead Island, and then I'd be open to getting
Only
this
thing
one.
with this one, it's got 3 players instead of 4-player co-op.
It's an
Which
interesting...
is, it's kind of gutted, but...
When playing it, can you see why the reason is why they've done that? Does it make sense for it to be 3
it's
or...?
not open world, it's like a linear, it's like 3 areas.
Okay.
They're kind of big, not as massively like open world, but yeah, so I can kind of see, but it would be fun before.
But yeah, makes sense. And again, we've talked a lot about since you got here, last couple of days. Generally because Amy keeps calling it a walking sim, which it absolutely is not, Amy.
No, it's a masterpiece.
It is a
The soundtrack
masterpiece.
is a masterpiece.
It is, isn't it? So why haven't you got the platinum, James? Talk to me.
Just too many other games to play, and
adult life and
Yes.
having very little time, all that stuff.
yeah, but that absolute masterpiece, and hopefully I will try platinum it before Death Stranding 2.
I think you should. I really think you should. It's an unbelievable game. It is a bit like Marmite, as I keep saying.
100%, yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone call the game average or it was okay. It's either a masterpiece or I can't stand it kind of situation. But yeah, we'll have a little look at what you need. I know you did mention a little bit, didn't you?
Just clean up, really.
But yeah, so the premium deliveries, right? Okay, they're very easy to be fair. One type of every structure. Again, quite straightforward. Connect all the facilities. Yeah, I think there was one or two I did struggle to find, but yeah, still not a problem. Just a bit grindy, most of it, isn't it? Reach the maximum kind of. So this is kind of one that took a long time. Some of the facilities are really out the way, and it's hard getting to them. But once the zip line system's set up, it does become quite efficient. 50,000 likes.
I've not even found one memory chip yet. That's how.
Oh.
Yeah.
And that's really common as well, isn't it? Interesting. 100 mails, 100 interviews, reach grade 60 in all the categories, deliver 700 items of cargo. I mean, that's very easy, to be fair, yeah. Upgrade all the structures to max level and fabricate all available weapons and equipment. So yeah, it is a straightforward platinum in general. Nothing is difficult at all. It's just long. I think my platinum time was 105 hours. I think it was. So it's a chunky game, but it's definitely.
How many hours I put in?
Yeah, you might have to check.
Yeah.
Give yourself a kind of scope of what kind of time you're going to have to put in. But yeah, it's such an amazing game. Definitely worth your time. If you are on the fence with it, just play it. Make your own mind up. Don't listen to what other people are saying.
So is it chapter 2 or 3 that's like really long?
Yeah,
then it opens up.
It does open up, doesn't it? I think a lot of people play the first couple of chapters where you're walking with Sam. At this point, you don't have any of your exosuit.
No.
It's just him and the cargo. The walking can be a bit wobbly. You're falling over a little bit at the start, and you're like, "What is going on?" But honestly, if you just give it that time, as soon as you get the exosuit, you can carry more. It's so much sturdier, isn't it, when you're running and going down rough terrain, and then you get your vehicles and all that stuff. And the story just.
And I also love when you're just walking, just the music just starts.
Yeah. You'll just go over the brow of a hill and see one of the facilities in the distance. Yeah, so good. But yeah, go and play it. Deep Space Rush, nice easy one. Yeah. Deliver Us the Moon, I quite enjoyed that.
Really good. Yeah, no, I think Aaron recommended it to me, and I'm not really big on space, but I played it. It's just really good. Yeah,
I mean, I love space, and I'm very excited to play and Deliver Us Mars. So once that comes down a little bit, I'll definitely be giving that a go. And you're at it again with these Quantic Dream plats. My man's got the patience of a saint listening to these.
This was done in lockdown, so
yeah.
But yeah, this game is.
So what put me off is it's not so much with some of the others where you've got to get characters killed and do different ways, save everyone, kill everyone. It was the collectibles, which for some of you who don't know. It's not like a lot of games where you just get them through your run. Annoying. They will only appear after making certain choices and in certain scenes, don't they? So tell me what that was like.
So you've got to play from, let's say, chapter 2 and then to chapter 4 with certain decisions. And then the magazine collectible will appear. And it's,
And then can you just back out at that point and then maybe start up a new game and you'll have that collectible and then you can do it?
If you go back, you still have the collectible on you, so
it just it was kind of, I read into it a little bit. I was like, I don't have the time at the moment, and I'd kind of moved on to something else. But it is an unbelievable game.
It's up there.
Is it your favourite of the Quantic Dream stuff? Would you pick this over Heavy Rain?
Maybe just slightly.
They're all
they're
great, aren't they? There's not a lot between them.
No.
Disney Classic stuff. Did you use the rewind feature? And I did.
Invincible cheat, and not gonna lie.
I was trying to play it properly, I'll be honest, to start with, and it was so much harder than I remember from when I was a kid. I picked it up as a bit of fun because I love Disney. It was reminding me of childhood, and I was like, this is solid. Real difficult. So yeah, I did the same. Drowning, very easy. You just walk forward, don't you, and read the text coming up on screen. So this is Dying Light 2, which you mentioned.
Wasn't that great? Nah.
Was it buggy for you when you played? I know a lot of people had some issues with it.
Yeah, I know. I think Aaron had trophy glitch, but no, I just had reports of trophy bugs, and it just wasn't that fun. It was just meh.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I might do it at some point if it's cheap enough or comes free, because I did play the first one. I love zombies and stuff. I might give it a try, but
I might jump in with you if just to give it another
go.
test.
eFootball PES 2020, which is now unobtainable.
Online.
Did you happen to get the unobtainable stuff? Or
No.
so is this definitely
Yeah.
stuck forever, is it?
Mhm.
That's a shame. Energy Cycle, nice and easy.
Mhm.
Fall Guys, you've got on there twice, which is awesome. You've got the original launcher
Yes.
and also the EU stack as well in 47 seconds, James.
Yes.
So with these, we can forgive him a bit because this is something. Am I right in saying you don't really have a choice with Fall Guys? You're not importing a save file to get
No,
them.
just
It just you load
Boot
it up and
just ping.
it pops them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I end up doing that with like
Mhm.
the PS5 version or something,
Yeah, no, the
don't-
PS5.
is
no,
that different
um,
or
There's no auto pop for Fall Guys
is there
on
not?
the PS5.
Because it's
no.
actually put me off playing it because I didn't know if I'm going to boot it up, is it just going to start popping all the trophies, which I didn't want to happen.
I've tried it, so yeah. It's quite dark.
To be fair, I thought you might have.
Well, where's my platinum? Ah.
Couple of FIFA
Yeah,
games.
this is my little bread and butter.
Yeah, you know,
Just-
I love a FIFA game as well.
Shout out to Right Alex and Spud for helping me
Yeah,
again.
Yeah, they're
It was
good lads, both of them, aren't they?
absolute Legends.
yeah, they really are. So yeah, some real solid ones, and also your rarest platinum ever as well, isn't it? Which we'll
It's a
talk
sigh
about
of relief.
at the end.
To get it done was.
That stinky Volta trophy.
I had to wait a week to get promoted for the event to finish.
Yeah, they're really
It's like,
annoying,
why?
those ones,
Just
aren't they?
Give me the trophy.
Just yeah, I've done the requirements now. Just let me have it. But yeah, real annoying. And something else we talked a little bit about because we've played some FIFA 23. You know, he got his ass handed to him a little bit.
Yeah, tiny bit, but we added a bit of alcohol. to the
Yeah, we
situation.
played some FIFA shots, didn't we? And we ended up getting told off because
Only
we
Sal
were
was
having
very light
James
stuff,
was having
so-
too many shots. But no, it was a good bit of fun. We discussed, are we going to buy EA Sports FC?
I know I've said I won't, but I know I will.
I'll end up-
Even Aaron says you're going to buy the bullet and get it. I know you
I'm
will.
the same. I keep saying, nah,
Yeah.
I'm done now. But then I know I'll get reeled
It's
back in
just
because
the itch to play football.
I love football, and I hate myself for it because it makes me buy FIFA every year. But I get loads of ultra rares out of it, so
That's
it's
true.
generally good for the old stats. You know what I mean?
The old stats, yeah.
Foxyland and Foxyland 2, which are nice and easy. Fractured Minds, a
Yeah.
nice 100% in there. Full Blast, which is another easy one.
That one I actually enjoyed. That was quite
Yeah,
fun.
I thought it was pretty cool as well. And then Ghost of Tsushima,
hmm
done twice. Nice.
hmm
And you've done these.
Yeah, I did
both legit.
I did all I popped the platinum. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
And then
And then
I've
you've
done the Legends
Yeah.
and the Iki Islands
Right.
DLC on PS5. Then went back to the PS4 and done the mop up there.
Okay. But similar to A Plague Tale, obviously the
Mm.
PS5 version didn't exist, did it, when you've
No,
done
no.
this? So it's not one of those where
No.
you've done the dirty. Right, Goat Simulator 3, which you've done quite recently in June.
Yeah, that
How-
was fun.
How was that compared to the first game?
Oh, a lot more fun. A lot more things you can do.
Why have they called it Goat Simulator 3? It just doesn't make it.
I'll never forget that trailer.
I mean, I'll never.
Oh, it's Dead Island. What? No, it's a goat. What's? Huh? And there's 3, and I'm like, okay, what's happening here?
It's just absolute madness. But I'd expect nothing less, you know, from the
That was
people
fun,
who
just the
make this
trinkets
game.
and the collectibles was.
Is it trickier than the first one then?
Well, there's no
Flappy Go.
Flappy Go. That's it.
Easy peasy. God of War Ragnarok.
Mm-hmm.
Love to see that. Which one do you prefer?
Probably say the first one.
The first one.
Another shout out to Rob for helping me with the second from last boss with whole accessibility settings.
Oh, okay.
When
On
you get down
the
to half health and you die, you're still at half health. So
okay,
yes, because I nearly broke my controller.
very nice. But they are excellent games.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Absolutely brilliant.
And you know that Leviathan axe, it's got to be potentially the most satisfying weapon I've used in any video game. I mean, I'm trying to think of, you know, other video game weapons where I've felt godly, and
No, that is good.
I don't know, but yeah, it's definitely up there. It's just the whole throwing it, calling it back, and yeah, super slick. Golf with your friends. Golf with your friends.
There we go.
Here we
I
go.
was
Here we
waiting for
go.
that.
Grand Theft Auto 3, the only GTA on the list.
Yeah.
Not fancy the other ones, or?
I don't, just other games are in the way.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to play that twice because on my first playthrough I completed it, then went back to the first island to mop up all the ambulance missions and other sort of missions. And then if you go along the top of the map of the first island, like the mafia just shoot you one hit and just blow your car up.
Yeah.
Pretty much auto aim. It's like
really annoying. Couple of easy ones with Gravity Duck and Gun Crazy, and then Larry, my boy again, smashing it, absolutely smashing it. Yeah, again, respect for this, real respect. Heroes Trials, nice and easy. What's Hidden Agenda?
It's like one of the mobile games.
Okay.
So you pick choices on your phone, and yeah, it was alright. I feel like free with the PS4, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horizon Forbidden West, you've already explained. Horizon Zero Dawn was
an
old account. Do you have a preference on which one? Or
I'll probably say the first one.
You like the first one better?
This one was obviously just more Horizon, but no, I did.
Yeah. I did. I mean, I enjoy. The second one is my favourite overall, but I do prefer Zero Dawn for like the first couple of hours. I just really enjoyed kind of the origin of Aloy before she does get sent out into the world. But I just love the new mechanics, the glider, being able to go underwater, being able to fly the Sunwing, just how generally how beautiful the game is. Vegas was just, and I think it's because there's more familiar sights in Forbidden West. You see the Golden Gate Bridge and things like that, so it seemed a bit more familiar. It was just absolutely phenomenal game, really, really was. It Takes Two, done twice.
Yes.
What's this? Is there a partial auto pop in there, James?
Maybe a quick chapter select.
A quick cheeky chapter select with the old trophies. Brilliant game though, isn't it?
Oh, unbelievable.
Who have you played? Were these done with Amy or were done with Aaron?
Yes, I think one was with Amy. It felt like 200 hours to complete it with her, but so
she's not going to be happy when she watches.
No, of course she won't. But I think the other one was with Aaron.
Was it?
So
yeah, brilliant game though. Can't wait to finish the rest of it with Becky because it's so much fun to play through. Jack and Jill DX, nice and easy. Job Simulator. I always laugh for some reason every time I see that game.
That was fun.
It was fun.
That was really fun.
So like, it's going to sound like a ridiculous question, but what is it? What do you do? Like,
I think you've got mechanic, supermarket, and another two things I can't remember.
Because that was, I just didn't know what jobs it was. That was what I was trying to kind of allude to. But yeah, I genuinely had no idea. It was like Job Simulator. So weird. Judgment, obviously you're a big fan of these games, which we'll talk about a bit further at the bottom. It's a bit out of line with Alphabetical being called Judgment, which is super annoying with stuff which belongs to another, a series. So, are you planning on going back to this?
If I learn how to play all the mini games.
Yeah, it'd be a nice ultra rare to get as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't wait to start the Yakuza 0.
Oh,
as part of this challenge that I promise I am going to get to.
One time second.
Is it? But yeah, really looking forward to it. Just ignore them.
Which I did with all the other grubs.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm assuming nice and easy with a cheeky 86%. Kena Bridge of Spirits.
That's an absolute masterpiece.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Pixar film.
Did you do Master Spirit on...
Yes.
You didn't, did you? You're lying. Did you do it legit? Or did you cheat? Did you exploit the Master Spirit? James, don't lie to me.
No, not gonna lie, cheat it.
It's honestly it's going to sound really ridiculous if you haven't played the game and are not in the know with it, but it's one of the more difficult games I've done. I had more trouble with some of the bosses on this than I did on Bloodborne. It's in Elden Ring, Demon's Souls, that kind of stuff. It's that kind of level of difficulty. But it's so rewarding. The battles are just so much better. I've said it on many videos. When you're on easy, you just generally whack the boss or use the bow a little bit or whatever. But you're kind of forced to use all of the fighting mechanics when you're on master, and it makes for some incredible fights. Lake. I'm going to talk about this quite a lot in the monthly review because I've got a few things I want to say about it. But we'll just for now. What was your take on the game?
I played this after Ragnarok,
Mm.
so it's a nice chill out game, and it's absolutely brilliant.
Tick the boxes that you
Just-
needed, yeah.
Yeah, like Death Stranding, just like a Wish version, but it's really good.
Don't compare Death Stranding with Lake.
Well, you're delivering boxes.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true. Last Stop done. Very nice. Only one Life is Strange game. Have you done the others
Yeah,
on
I've
it?
done the others just on Team Green.
On Team Green.
Yeah.
Do you have a favourite?
Well, 2 don't exist. True Colours was decent. I'm not gonna lie.
2 doesn't exist.
No, I didn't like 2.
Not a fan of it.
Nah, terrible.
I really enjoyed it. I love all of them. I just feel there was certain sections of 2 where it felt quite long and drawn out. It just needed to kind of move on and pick up the pace a little bit. I love them all. It's great storytelling. So you love True Colours. Is that your favourite then? Or
Yeah, True Colours.
okay, yeah, solid choice. Little Adventure on the Prairie.
Yeah, Lockdown Platinum.
One of the worst games ever made.
Yeah, move on.
The hitboxes don't make any sense. So you jump up and you're just like just hitting these creatures like this. The sword is about this far away from them, and it's working somehow. And then they're hitting you when they're not even touching you. It was just it's really terrible. Little Nightmares 2.
Fantastic.
You did because we were looking on the store, weren't we? And you were like, yeah, great game.
So I first played on Switch just to see if I liked it or not, and I fell in love with it, and then just brought on the PS5, and
And then we've got Lost Judgment, which, strangely enough, is also at 70%.
Yeah, I know.
So do you get to 70% with these games and then just think, nah, that's enough?
Just with my OCD, they're both just 70. But let's just keep them right.
Let's just keep them the same, all right? I don't want to change it. Keep them at 70, all right? Brilliant. Mafia, which we talked briefly about as well. You mentioned you want to, was it like a remake for the second one?
Oh, yeah.
Because the second one's only like a remaster, is that right?
It was just a pull. It was just a copy and paste job.
Was it? Because I'd done the third Mafia 3 originally because the other 2 weren't available at this point. And then I seen the other 2 come up. I've done 1 now, which was beautiful. That was a remake, wasn't it, from the ground up?
Beautiful.
And then I did hear about Mafia 2 just being brought across. So I don't know whether to play it now or maybe wait and see if they, do anything with it. But
I doubt it, but
okay, so Marvel stuff, which I do love to see. Guardians of the Galaxy, Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Enjoy them?
love them.
Yeah.
Only thing with Guardians, I wish you could have played as Rocket, Groot, and the others, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Star-Lord.
See, there's like a chapter select. Well, I say a chapter select option. There always was, but when I first played the game, the original version, if you missed a collectible, say halfway through the game, you couldn't chapter select for that collectible to then have all collectibles because it kind of put you in the position you're in at that moment. So you had to then play the game again because I missed a collectible and had to do a second playthrough, which was fine because I loved it.
Yeah, the costumes.
But now you can jump in, I believe, and get them, so it's a bit easier. But yeah, I got 2 playthroughs out of it, which was awesome, so that's fine. Mechaball, Metagal, Milo's Quest, My Big Sister, all nice and easy. My Friend Peppa Pig, which everyone in the world seems to have played now. The meme seems to have carried on outside of the Discord now as well. It's like I'm in a few other communities and stuff, and we're even seeing big YouTubers who are like doing guides for My Friend Peppa Pig, and it's crazy.
Well, it's like Symmetry. He got Peppa Pig for his 250th.
Did he really? That's phenomenal. I love that. That's great. Then we've got the greatest trilogy
of all time.
Yeah,
we can skip the next 2.
No, actually, we can't. And that that reminds me of something. I'm sure there was another question that we didn't ask you. From the questions, and it was, why are you such a fraud, James?
Just love hiding with trophies and ruining leaderboards.
Yeah. So to give context to that and where this whole fraud things came from, it wasn't done on purpose. We say it just as a joke, but we know you're not a huge cheater. But when we did the monthly review, when the leaderboards were a thing,
when I wrote that out, I thought, yes, this is leading to that.
You you left One Night Stand out of your
Mhm.
post because you didn't want people to see it, which is
Mhm.
fine. But in turn, that
Love the leaderboards.
it lowered your average rarity,
Mhm.
didn't it? So people were like, "He's cheating. He's a fraud." But yeah, so you haven't just had one night stand, James. You've had two one night
Yes.
stands.
Mate.
Oh, mate, having a cheeky one night stand. So what happened then? Why twice? Tell the world why you played this amazing game twice.
Oh, it's so great. No, after I
Masterpiece.
got the FIFA 20 Platinum, next day I get a text from my friend to say, "Oh, my brother's going to finish off getting the Platinum for One Night Stand tomorrow." I'm thinking, what's he on about? So I go on the PlayStation app and refresh my account, and I see that at the top of my list. I thought, what's happened? So I phoned him. He said, "Yeah, they're pretty much to drink. Looked at your library, wanted something to play. Oh, he's got the PS4 version. I'll help him with the PS5 version." So that's how that came about.
So my guy loves a one night stand, as you can tell. Operation Tango.
Yeah, that was a great little co-op game. Played it with Aaron.
We played that with Aaron as
So,
well. Yeah,
just like the last level was just dropped to like 15 frames per second. It was like,
oh, here he goes again with his frames per
see.
second.
I love my performance.
That's all I've heard, honestly, for the past couple of days. But no, I can get what you mean, and you know, it's we do want to see that those higher frames always. Overwatch, I know you're a big fan of. You got about 8,000 Overwatch pops.
Pops, I know, but this is unattainable for me because I'm not that great.
And, ladies and gentlemen, my guy takes his pops out of the box. What is this nonsense?
It's so much better out of the box.
So, obviously, as you can tell, we've been getting on very well. That's why he's at my home. But
Fraud in the flats.
leading up to the visit, we've done a few video calls and things, haven't we? Me, you, Amy, Becky, that kind of stuff. And we're just chatting away, and then me and Becky both see in the background just pops on the shelf that aren't in the boxes, and we were like, "What have you done to them? Why are they not in the boxes?"
So when you come visit, we've got to find the boxes and put them in the boxes, and
Yeah, you're gonna. So yeah, when we visit, you're gonna be like, "Quick, where are they all?"
we'll just hide them in the cupboard.
Yeah, just get. Otherwise, I'll remove them. I won't really. But yeah, it'd be interesting to know, because I know you're not the only person. I have seen them out the box with other people, but I am curious to know from anyone who wants to let us know. That is,
Yeah.
do you leave your pops in the box, or do you take them out? That is the question of the day. So yeah, Overwatch 2 on there twice, not finished. Paradox Soul, Pity Pit, and Planet Risk 13. They're all nice and easy. I've done those as well, so I can't have a dig at you for those because I've done them myself. PlayStation VR World, only a couple of trophies.
Fun for the time, and just
Yeah. And then some Ratchet and Clank stuff, which is awesome. So we've got like an original one on the Vita. How was that on the Vita?
Yeah, it was alright. It was just with the whole on the back, the touchpad is a bit finicky, but
Was it?
It was alright.
And then, have you already played the... I always forget what year it came out, but the Ratchet and Clank before this
I've done
one.
that on the old account.
You've done that on the old one, right? Okay, I was just wondering if you'd skipped it or anything,
No,
but
no.
they're great games, aren't they?
Oh.
And obviously you think so, because you've been saying how much Insomniac have been smashing it, but it's so beautiful, isn't it? And
He's stunning.
I couldn't believe how quick it loaded. So when I got my PS5, I'd done I did Astro's Playroom, and this was my first purchase.
Oh, well,
And it wasn't until I'd kind of bought this I realised how quick the system was. So you put Ratchet and Clank in, and it just comes straight on, and I was just like, "Oh
Insane.
wow, this is amazing!" But yeah, so beautiful. Just see all the little hairs on the old long backs. But yeah, it's brilliant. I didn't realise you were this much of a Resident Evil fan.
I do like the
I know you've mentioned Resistance to me, because we did talk about that, but I didn't realise you've been absolutely smashing it with all of them. Really good. So let's have a cheeky look through. So we've got an auto pop in there. I'm not going to overlook that before you think
close,
of
there's another one there as well.
another auto pop. James.
You're gonna throw me out the flat,
Yeah. Get out of my flat. No, we're all good. We're all friends here. So, Resi 7, something that I will be going back to very soon. So I just need to do Madhouse.
Brilliant.
But I've done all the setup where I've got the circular saw,
yeah,
and
just ease your madhouse with that.
all the little things where you can move quicker, and the Master of Defense coins and stuff like that. So I've got everything set up to go in and do it. How difficult is it? How?
Oh, it's easy with the weapon.
I've heard that the only difficult bit is the Mia fight at the start because you don't have your gear.
Yeah, no, that did take me a few hours. I'm not gonna lie.
Did it?
That was pretty pain.
But after that, like killing the molded and stuff with the circular saw, is it that easy?
Just cut them and just die. Yeah.
Yeah. What about the bosses? So there's a few of them that I've thought of in my head. I won't say too much in case anyone again is going to play it, but there's some in my head I'm thinking, could that still be quite tricky even with the Marguerite?
Marguerite, yeah, that one was a bit of a pain, but all the others were fairly easy with the sword. So.
Okay. And you've done Village as well, nice.
Yeah, just got to go back to the DLC.
I still need to play Village, and then I also need to do 4, which I noticed you've done as well. That's
fantastic.
Yeah. Because a lot of people say 4's the best one.
Yeah, my favourite.
Is it your favourite too? Okay. Yeah, I haven't played it yet, so I can't say. I mean, Resi 2 is probably my favourite as it stands. Specifically the remake as well. I love the old stuff. Obviously, I was, because I'm old and that, as you keep saying. I've been playing them since the beginning, when you used to have to get those cutscenes where it opened the door and it took an absolute eternity. Or you'd go up the stairs and it was like for ages, and then the screen came on, fixed camera angle with a zombie right in front of you, and you're like, so you'd run back down the stairs. You had to watch it again. It was just, but yeah, Resi 2, unbelievable. Road Bustle, nice and easy. Might as well do Road Bustle 2.
No.
I haven't done it. I feel like doing it just to carry on the series, but I'm not doing it. We're not doing these easy games anymore.
No, stop them.
Unless there's a badge. If you offer me a badge now, that's a different question. Sackboy.
Sackboy was fine, just obviously the last...
I know we're playing as a full, but you've already done it, as we can see here. Was it just the last...
The very last trophy is...
The last trial thing.
Because you've got to think the time is 15 minutes.
Mm.
And it's all the time trials put together. It's absolute pain. Also after at least a few attempts.
Yeah, we'll do it. Sifu, how do you find that?
Yeah, we'll start playing it sooner.
Another game that I'm really looking forward to. So yeah, very excited for that. Skate Master Checo.
Yeah, don't ask. Next.
I'm asking. That was a question. My confusion there with a question mark on the end.
It's just grub.
Is it what type of?
It's just like a little platformer. Obviously skateboard.
Is it like side scroller? Or
side scroller. Yeah.
Is it okay? Mm-hmm. Sleeping Dogs.
Oh, adore this game.
Yeah, a lot of people tell me to play it, so I definitely will at some point. And Slide.
Yeah, I know.
The fastest game ever. 33 seconds. Well, mine, because I did it on the PS4.
Yeah.
And when I say PS4, yes, I know there's only a PS4 version, but specifically on the PlayStation 4 system. My trophies took a while. I think mine's like 40 odd seconds or something like that. But I made Becky do it, just to, pump up the old numbers. Yeah, and because the PS5 is so quick, it, 5 seconds, they popped for her. And they pop that quick, you don't even get the pop in the corner. So I was looking at him going, has it glitched? Nothing's happened. I know some games where it happens quick, it'll pop up the first one and then it doesn't get a chance to recognise all the others. So then you'll just see one and then the platinum, but it literally did nothing. I don't know if it glitched out, whether it's because it's that fast. So I'm like, check your trophies. Yeah, so check your trophies. It was there anyway. That's it. That's how we're going to go back in time or into the future. Just use the PS5's SSD or something. Just like,
just go there.
We're there. So South Park, Fractured But Whole, and The Stick of Truth.
Yeah, love them.
Fan of them?
Massive fan. Prefer the first one, but just playing like a long South Park episode. It's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I love them. Do you have a favourite out of these two?
Stick of Truth.
The first one. They're both unbelievable, aren't they? Stormboy, nice and easy. Stray, did you enjoy that?
Love Stray. That was really something different.
Yeah, I mean, as a huge cat lover, I knew I was going to like it. But it was it was really good.
The only problem was just with the X prompt showing up too many times. I found it quite annoying to jump.
Yeah, I see. I get that. But it was really fun. I'll probably go and do the PS4 version at some stage as well. Super Boxland D-Make, Super Weekend Mode, I've done these. Super Willow D-Make, Surgeon Simulator, Experience Reality.
That was fun in VR. But with every time I drop something, I'll try to pick it up, but the camera won't obviously detect it, so I couldn't pick it. It was just kind of a nightmare in the end.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun.
Another couple of easy ones which I've done. Syrup and the Ultimate Sweet, Tetris Escape. Tetris Escape's okay. You know, at least you have to think about it a little bit. You know, it's not like some of the others where it's just watching a story, pressing R1. You know, you've got to build your blocks and navigate through the level, and yeah, you've got to use your head a little at least. The Artful Escape done nice. The Inpatient, only 8 of 22 trophies.
Just a little thriller game on VR.
Okay.
It was alright.
And then we get up to some goated games. Well, I said goated games, plural.
A
game, actually, yeah.
So one's not there as a glitch.
So where's the original Last of Us? Was that on an old account?
On the old account.
On the old one.
I like 2%, even though I completed the story.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
You trophies with that one.
I remember that. Because this going way back to an old profile when I played The Last of Us on PS3, I'd done the same. I think I'd completed it and I had 1 trophy. And I was just like, oh. I mean, I didn't really focus on them back then, but that's just how it ended up.
How it was, yeah.
Because a lot of them are collect all of this, find all of the other. So yeah, you generally, if you just play it organically, you're not going to get many. But yeah, should we just skip The Last of Us Part 2?
Yes,
just pretend it doesn't exist?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, totally agree.
Sequel.
Swiftly moving on. The Order 1886, which you've done very recently as part of the challenge.
This game still blows my mind how gorgeous it looks.
Yeah, absolutely bloody gorgeous.
Absolutely gorgeous, mate.
Proper gorgeous, mate. Yeah. Bloody beautiful, isn't it?
I love that.
Yeah, it is a stunning game.
It's 2015.
It's what they managed to do with the PS4 system.
Incredible.
Yeah, they literally pushed it to the limits, and it is a good little story to go with it. It's not just a gorgeous looking game. I know some people have their question marks around how short it was, but you know, in the back of my mind, I still think it was maybe the right length for what it was. But yeah, I loved it.
Oh yeah, no, great game.
Really
just
good.
Wish we could have a sequel, but obviously we can't.
Well, that's one of the questions where you said about a sequel. Which game did you say again? Bully, of course you did. This is what I always think.
I mean, there's many games I'd love sequels for.
The Order 1887 and Galahad.
Yeah, Galahad. Yeah.
Yeah, Galahad comes to do whatever he wants to do again, and I don't know. Yeah, am I right in the story? The Playroom VR.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Only 1 trophy missing.
Yeah, that's DLC.
Just a little DLC, cheeky DLC.
Yeah, VR by then, so yeah.
12 minutes. What's
that was originally an Xbox exclusive, which luckily came to the PS5. It's just 12-minute loop of the same thing. There's all different scenarios, different outcomes.
Okay.
So in the end, it got a bit repetitive. So I was kind of glad I was done with it.
Yeah.
But it was okay.
Uncharted, which I know from the questions you're a big fan. So we've got 4. You've done the Legacy of Thieves collection, Lost Legacy.
Yeah.
The others, I'm assuming old account.
Old account, yes.
Okay.
So
which is your favourite out of these then? I want them in an order as well, actually. Well, we won't count like Golden Abyss. I don't know if you've played it. Or...
So the main line.
So the first 4 and Lost Legacy. Oh, I want to hear this.
4, 2, 1, 3. So 4 being the best.
4, then 2,
2 1, 3.
And then Lost Legacy on the end.
Yeah, it was decent, yeah.
Same as me, but I would swap 3 and 1.
Okay.
So yeah, I would go 4, 2, 3, 1.
4, 2, 3, yeah.
4, 2, 3, 1.
4, 2, 3, okay.
Yeah. The
formation.
Charlie's got football still on the brain. That's why he's getting EA Sports 24. It's all he can think about. He's already thinking about his Ultimate Team, aren't you? Maybe. But yeah, they are great games. Unpacking, you've done really nice.
Yeah, that was a nice chill game. Unlike Amy, where she couldn't find a place to put the colander when she played it. Which was
you do know she's going to see this, you know. You're kicking off at her.
Yeah, don't worry.
He's sorry. Yeah. You can hit him later.
Give me a bollocking when she comes back.
You're the old bollocking, mate. Until Dawn doesn't surprise me that you've done another game where it's a lot of playthroughs
and play the Dark Pictures anthology stuff and the Quarry. Still to get to those, which looking forward to.
Yeah, the Dark Picture stuff are really good. I've played them, but similar to the Quantic Dream stuff. I've played them, I've jumped in and got loads of other trophies, but I haven't put myself through the last little bits for the Platinum, so I need to do that, and also play the Quarry as well. So, Watch Dogs, which has been a bit of a recent kind of thing as well, as you'll see, that was also done for the challenge.
I wanted to get it done before I came here, because that's obviously the 120th. So it's just
Watch Dogs
songs. That's the last 3, which I put in the spoiler in the monthly, and then obviously Catlord, messaged me and just quoted me saying it's only 3 missing.
Yeah.
Which the last one was like a needle in a haystack.
Yeah.
It was so annoying.
Really, really annoying. And as we've discussed, I was in a similar position. I needed dark steering, and because we did touch on this anyway, didn't we?
You said to me,
yesterday.
I checked the song.
And I was just walking around that pier for hours.
That's what. Yeah, because I looked up a YouTube video and it said the pier just keep running up and down, which I've done, and then eventually.
I don't know if the number of guides for them have kind of risen, but when I was looking back when I'd done it, it was just go to this pier. It's the busiest place. You will get it eventually. That was kind of all I had to go with, and I just walked around for like 12 hours. But yeah, really good games. Do you have I know you're going to Watch Dogs 2 soon, aren't you? So I won't ask why you don't have the Platinum for that. But do you have a favourite with these?
Say it's 2, then 1, then Legion don't exist for me, because that was shocking.
Did you not like it?
No.
See, I thought from being down south, you'd enjoy going around
London. The only 2 things I liked about it was set in London.
Set in London, mate. You sound like you're from London.
And on the radio, it's got it's Coming Home World Cup tune.
Okay,
on
yeah.
The radio, so that's the only 2 best things about the game.
I actually really enjoyed it. I just think I just can't get my head around some of the voices. Whatever algorithm or formulas in place to pair up a voice with someone you can recruit, whatever they use to that, they need to put it in the bin, because let's say you were getting someone who looked like they were 110 years old speaking Roadman or something, and it just didn't make sense.
No.
Like some little nano with a stick, and she's like, you know what I mean, fam, you get me, blood. I was just like, what? What's happening? Oh yes, fam, you know what I mean, blood. And I was just like, what is going? Oh, honestly, it just didn't make any sense to me. But other than that, yeah, the DLC was okay. I enjoyed the fact that they brought Aiden and Wrench in.
Aiden.
Like, it was pretty good, and after playing that, I think exploring London with a fixed protagonist, someone cooler. I think that would have been better, but overall it was. I loved it because I'd just been to London. I've said it a couple of times, but I'd just been to London as the game came out. So for me, driving around, I was like, I've just been there.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the Shard. I've just come out of that, and it was just so. I felt like I knew where I was going. You know, it was because it's a pretty good recreation of
pretty much carbon copy.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, I know how to get to this place. Don't even need the map. But yeah, it was all right. But we're going to go in, aren't we, and do the resistance difficulty. That's the one. And what we looked was at 6 out of 10, isn't it?
7 maybe.
I think it was a 6 that they suggest. But we're maybe going to do it on chat. Just keep each other right with good operatives. Are they operatives? What you get?
Yes.
I think they're operatives, aren't they? Yeah, we'll find some good ones and we'll sort it out. Edith Finch.
Amazing, loved it.
Yeah.
Really good.
Good stuff. Without escapes, nice and easy. WWE 2K23, very nice. Love that. And then we're finishing off with a bunch of Yakuza games. So what I'm going to do...
Right now.
He's still going to have a lot of respect for you, though, for some of these that you've put yourself through, because they're very long, as we know. I mean, I've not played them, so I can't say too much, so just take it away, tell me about them, tell me what got you into Yakuza, what's your favourite.
It's a series I've always liked the look of and wanted to play, and then obviously I started with Yakuza 0 and literally just fell in love, and I just said to myself, why didn't I start this sooner? It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
But it's just like the whole mini games.
So what was the very first one you played?
0.
It was 0,
literally in order. And then I dumped obviously Kiwami 2, and then it took a while for 3, 4, 5 to come out over here. They
Okay.
got in the collection,
Right.
so I got that, and then I went to 6, and then obviously Like a Dragon, which is now turn-based instead of like the classic brawler in Yakuza. So
See, I'll still like that, being an old school
Yeah,
Final Fantasy fan
obviously.
and loving turn-based.
And
I think that
Yakuza
works for me.
0 started.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's just a real shame that they've been removed from PS Plus.
Yeah, I
So,
didn't know that, actually.
I'll
Until
just-
you told me.
I'll pick them up. I'll be able to
Mhm.
find them at a good price, I would imagine. And that finishes off
Yes.
the list.
The list of the fraud.
It wasn't as painful as you expected,
Nah,
was it?
it's all right,
We had
it's fine.
we had a good laugh, didn't we? So we'll have a look at some of the other stuff like we'd like to do. We'll start with the trophy cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, when was the last time you updated this? Is this...
Dead Island 2 was the last one I added in there.
Yeah. It's pretty good, though. Some
Mhm.
real solid ones in there.
Yeah, just games I've enjoyed.
Yeah. Which is your most impressive, then, out of what you've done? Would you say it was the FIFA one, or...
Not including FIFA, I'd say Resident Evil Resistance,
Yeah.
because now it's just like toxic. It's
Yeah.
horrible to play online.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I didn't touch it. I know it came free with
Yeah,
Resi
Resident
3.
Evil 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I just didn't bother jumping in.
Mhm.
And then rarest trophy. So yeah, FIFA
Mhm.
20, what I expected.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, a lot of FIFA. Very similar to me until
Mhm.
very recent. I started to sort of broaden my horizons, if you like, with some different stuff. But before that, yeah, I was the same, just all FIFA stuff. Only 26 ultra rares.
I'm
So
not-
you like to mock me for apparently only playing easy games, but
Yeah.
26
I
ultra rares,
know,
James,
I
really?
know, I know. I just.
You
not
need, to,
bothered.
you need to pump up those numbers, my friend. Nah, I
I'm not
know.
bothered by the ultra rares. If I get an ultra rare, I get an ultra rare. If I
Yeah.
don't, I don't. It's no.
That's a good attitude to have. Yeah, definitely don't force it, you know what I mean?
No.
So, trophy 5 years ago, we started with God of War.
Mhm.
And I love this. It's
The
happened.
journey begin. I
It's
love
happened a
it.
couple of times now
Mhm.
with a few lists I've looked at where the trophy description is very kind of...
Mhm.
I've lost kind of the word I'm looking for, but it's really relevant to
Yeah.
it's your trophy hunting journey,
Yeah.
isn't it? So for it to say the journey begins,
Mhm.
I do love
Yeah.
that. First platinum being God of War, which is very, very
Mhm.
solid. I mean, before I carry on going with these, do you plan them really, or did you?
Only until the 50th platinum, which we'll see in a minute. I was going to spoil it, but yeah. Only a few weeks I found out that Detroit was my 10th, so I was quite surprised at that.
Oh, okay,
So, but yeah, from now on, I'm
you do.
literally planning.
Very similar again. I
Mhm.
never really even thought about it, which is why I've got a few sweaty ones
Mhm.
on. Like my 100 is Gem
Mhm.
Smashers, which is a... It could be
Mm.
sweaty, but it's certainly not respectable. But it was after that where I was like, oh, you get these little stamps on the side
Mm.
for... So we'll start changing it up. But yeah, 30th Platinum, Foxyland 2. Oh, you absolutely love to see it. Some of these you can't really plan for, can you?
I
1,000...
don't really count them all, you know, like 50,
Yeah.
100, you know, that's...
40th Platinum, Jack and Jill
I
dear. Oh,
Not
there's
a
some
milestone
absolute
for me.
cokers here, mate. Oh, you don't love to see it.
No, I don't.
50th Platinum.
Yeah, that's what, yeah.
Yeah, the Fractured Butthole. Love that. 75th Platinum, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mhm.
Your fastest, we won't talk about because it's in a sweaty auto pop. Oh, you dirty dog, you. And then your 100th was an unbelievable game. Definitely worthy of the old 100th spot.
Yes.
One Night Stand had
Yeah,
to
I know.
make an appearance,
I
didn't
know.
it? it's gonna haunt you forever.
Kill my
I'm
mum
gonna
for it,
put it on your tombstone. Here lies James. Loved One Night Stand. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Mm.
And then your latest platinum being Watch Dogs,
Mhm.
which we certainly know about. In terms of the stats, just having a little look at your journey over the old years. Yeah, it's been pretty consistent. Then you had like a big jump here.
Yeah, that
Was this COVID then?
yeah,
Because
that-
it's
yeah,
like
COVID.
it's like April 20, isn't it? Where the world
Mhm.
fell apart
Yes.
for no reason. And then, yeah, you've kind of picked it up. You definitely see it's a lot
Yeah.
more than back
Mhm.
here. So, yeah, it's really, really good to see. Popping them all through the day, really.
Mhm.
But, yeah, that's the
That's
the list.
The list of the fraud.
list of the fraud. But no, really, really good. I've enjoyed looking through it. We will do a normal list review for you when you've got.
Yeah, 'cause I did say wait until me
We'll leave.
150.
Yeah, I mean, depending how quickly that takes you, it's up to you if you want to do it at 150
I'm
or.
not going to obviously get more grubs.
Yeah, and I'll go back through it on my own and see, you know.
I might do 200 if I get there quick, then I'll leave to like 200 or something.
Yeah.
So,
But no, I'll be interested to see when I come back what else you've been doing. Obviously, we talk a lot more now anyway, so I'm going to know the games you've been playing generally. But it's been great. Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, no, actually, I haven't. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think you were dreading it at first. Thought I was going to go through them.
It comes all the fraud jokes. What a friend!
Oh, fraud friend! Oh, friend for your friend. But no, it's been
alright. I ain't gonna lie.
Been a good laugh, hasn't it? So yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed it as well. I always do enjoy these episodes because it's a bit more enjoyable, isn't it? Having a bit of banter as we're going through instead of just being me. As always, I just want to give a massive shout out to my patrons and also to my channel members. Everything that kind of happens wouldn't be possible, without you guys. So I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. If you've enjoyed the video, please do like, comment and subscribe. That would also help me a great amount as well. Because we are pushing for 1,000 subs. Yes. Hopefully we can get there eventually. That's the next goal. So yeah, fingers crossed we can maybe try and do it by the end of the year or as soon as possible. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed it, and whatever you're doing, look after yourself, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.